Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Longchamp Racecourse here on Sunday. It is May the 26th, 2019. I'm going to look at the stakes races on the program from Longchamp, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also join me next week for the English Derby and the English Oaks from Epsom. Great race it's going to be. But today's card from Longchamp is very good. We're going to look at the stakes races 3, 5, 6, and 7. So races 3, 5, 6, and 7. Let's get on to it. The third race from Longchamp. It is the Group 3 Prud'Lie Stakes. It's Group 3 race going for a purse $92,500. Race for 3-year-olds. Field of 5 horses going 2,400 meters or a mile and a half on the turf course. My top selection, I'm going to take the 3-horse Kagan. I'm going to go 3-5-2 in the tri-cash trifecta. 3-5-2 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 3-horse Kagan. Godolphin Don, Andre Fabre trains. Miguel Barcelona gets the leg up on this trio called by Harvey. The horse's most recent outing came the 4th of May at Longchamp. A mile and a half on yielding ground and listed stakes. He finished third by half length. He had a little bit of a turn of foot that day, but it wasn't anything substantial. I think today, getting hopefully a drier going, he'll get a good run, and I think you'll be seeing him at the end picking up the pieces. Before that, he ran the 4th of April, Saint Cloud, mile and 1/2 in a 3-year main race. And again, soft ground. He took off clear. He won by 3 lengths, quickened up nicely. It was a very good, easy run. He's run 2 races, both at a mile and a half. Both of them were good, and one of them a little better than the other one. But I think today, coming to winners again for the second time, good going. I think I'll really get a good run. So at 3-1, I'll take him here in this bit of a wide open race. I think I don't trust the favorite from Charlie Appleby. I think this horse at 3-1 could get a little piece of it. So I'll take him here at 3-1. A small better value than the even money on the Charlie Appleby horse. But to recap my selection for the third from Longchamp's Group 3 Prud'Lie is gonna go with the 3-horse Kagan. I'm gonna go 3-5-2 in the tri-cash trifecta. So now let's get to race number 5. Race number 5 from Longchamp, it's the Group 1 PRIX ALARY. It's a Group 1 race going for a purse of $288,500. Races for 3-year-old fillies here. 11 horses are going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. My top selection, I'm going to take the 2-horse Serafina. I'm going to go 2-8 in the forecast exacta. 2-8 forecast exacta. That's the top 2 basically in my eyes, but the top selection is 2-horse Serafina. This 3-year-old filly here by Pivotal. The Aga Khan owns this one. Christophe Simeon gets the leg up. The horse hasn't been seen since about a month ago, the 22nd of April, at Longchamp. 1 mile in a 3-year-old lounge race. You know, in that lower class, he did everything right. He won by 1.5 lengths. He quickened up nicely on the front end. He was even money favorite. He was expected to win, and he won. It was a very good run there. Before that, he ran on the 4th of April, Saint Cloud. 1 mile of soft ground and 3-year-old lounge race. A lower class there, but he still won by 2 lengths. A little bit wide, but you want to be a little bit wider when the ground's a little wet at Saint Cloud, but he still took off clear. It was a very good run. I like this horse going up to the mile 2 furlong trip today. Has a good post draw. The pedigree says this horse is going to be good, and I think she's gonna run a big race here today. So I'll take her at even money. Again, not the best price in the world, but she is good enough to win. So we'll have to hit this forecast or exact to make some money with this race. So here's my exacta to recap my selection for the 5th from Longchamp. It's the Group 1 PRIX ALARY. Gonna go with the 2-horse Serafina. I'm gonna go 2-8 in the forecast exacta. So now let's get to race number 6 from Longchamp, which is the Group 1 Prix d'Espagne. It's a Group 1 race going for a purse $288,500. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. 9 very good horses are going 1,800 meters or a mile and 1/8 on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Study of Man. I think he's going to be on the up and up, and I like the way he's progressing into this race. I'm going to go 4-8 in the forecast exacta. 4-8 forecast exacta, but top selection to 4-horse Study of Man. 4-year-old colt by Deep Impact. Stefan Pasquier gets the leg up for Pascal Belly. The horse's most recent outing came 28th of April at Longchamp, mile and a quarter in the Group 1 Prix Guinée, and I thought he ran a very good second place finish by 4.5 lengths behind Valdgeist. Valdgeist finally found back to his winning ways. He had a great turn of foot, but this horse, he closed up well. It was a good race. It was an improvement off the race before, which came in here at Longchamp, mile and a half in the Group 1 Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, where he finished 9th by 4 lengths, and it's amazing how he got that finish, or how he finished 9th, because he was breaking from 19 of 19 that day, which is you don't see horses win that wide at Longchamp going on the mile and a half Grand Piste, and he had blinkers on that day. They wanted to keep this horse a little bit towards the front end, and it just wasn't his day to win. But he still ran a lot better than he was supposed to, I thought. And then before that, he ran in the Irish Champions at Leopardstown on the course time of the 15th. Finished fifth by 8 lengths and never quickened up. He was, the two in front, Wrong Line and Saxon Warrior, were just much the best that day. And then before that, at Deauville, on the 15th of August, mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Pre-George Arnault Stakes, he finished third by 6 lengths. He was bet into the ground, and he just never had anything nice to behold. Was running back in this one, got the jump on him. But then his last victory was a great run, I thought, in the Prix du Jockey Club at Chantilly, going a mile and a quarter last June, which he won by half length at 4-1. Had him that day, and a nice wager on him. But that day at Chantilly, he had a great turn of foot on the outside, and he had the jump. The second place finisher, Paniscoy, probably would have won that day, but he was drawn too wide. But this horse, he closed up well there. And then the Group 2 Prix Gafoul at Saint Cloud, going a mile and a quarter last May, he won by 3.5, and he was just much the best. He hasn't won since the Jockey Club, but he's been getting better with every single race, I thought. I think the 1800 suit him. He has a good post drop, and I think he can run well. So 5-1, I'll take him here. I'll do a nice each way on him. But there's another horse you have to keep in mind out. The 8-horse Wild Illusion. She's the favorite. She's a deservable favorite. I think she's another horse. You don't want to, knock her off the mantle also, because I think she can also get a piece of it. Her Prix d'Opera run here at Longchamp last year was great. She's back to the distance she wants. The thing that scares me a little bit with her, she might need a race off the break, but she's still good enough to win. But even money, I can't take her even money off the break. But like I said, I think Study of Man is the horse that's going to be in the up and up, and I'll take him here as top selection. But to recount my selection for the 6 from Longchamp, it's the Group 1 Prix d'Aspin. Going to go with the 4-horse Study of Man. I'm going to go 4-8 in the forecast exacta. So now let's get to race number 7. Race number 7 from Longchamp, it's for the stayers. It's the Group 2 Prix VICOMTESSE VIGIER Stakes. It's a Group 2 race going for a purse of $150,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. 11 horses are going 3,000 meters or a mile and 7/8 on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to take a bit of a price, the 8-horse Funny Kid. I'm going to go 8-4 in the forecast exacta. 8-4 forecast exacta. Top selection, the 8-horse Funny Kid. 6-year-old horse by Lemon Drop Kid, who's best to be remembered by winning the 1999 Belmont Stakes here in New York at Belmont very, very nicely. Very underrated horse, I think. But something a lot of people don't know, he was a great dirt horse, but his offspring are even better turf horses. But when I think of him, I don't think about staying a mile 7/8, but this horse can do it. Maxime Guillon's on this one for Christophe Furlan. He's 15-1 here. His most recent outing came the 14th of April at Longchamp. A mile and a half in the listed stakes. First start off a little bit of a refreshing, actually a 10-month refreshing. He finished second by 1.75 lengths at 24-1 and carrying a high weight of 132 pounds. He quickened up nicely. He ran a lot better than the public expected him to. Closed up well. It was a good effort. I think getting regular rider back up Maxime Guillon should suit him, and I think back to a staying trip, which his horse likes, should really suit this one a lot more. Before that, he ran here in New York at Belmont Park on the 8th of June, 2 miles in the Grade 3 Belmont Gold Cup. He finished 5th by 8.25 lengths. He was wide. He just never had anything. Call to mind for her queen, the Majesty. He just had a great turn of foot there and won very nicely. But this horse, it just wasn't the day to win. You don't want to be wide at Belmont, the Widener lawn. And then before that, back here at Longchamp, mile 7/8 in the Group 3 Prix de Barville. This horse is a course and distance winner because he won by a half length, and he had a great turn of foot, and he won very decisively. And then before that, Linkfield on 30th of March, 2 miles in the all-weather champion staying championship. He won by a nose, and again, he quickened up nicely. He's going to have to step up on loads of class, I think, here today, but I think he loves the staying trip. Back to Maxime Guillon up. And I think he's going to really run a big race. Maxime Guillon had the choice to ride Call to the Bar because he's been a regular rider on that one, or this one, Funny Kid. He did choose this one, so I think that's if you go by jockey bookings, you want to keep that in mind. So Maxime Guillon chose this one, so he thinks this one has the better chance. And at 15-1, I think he's right. So I'll take him here. But Call to the Bar, he's another good horse. I think he has the class. He's faced his class, and he's won against this class. And I think he's also good enough to win. But I'm going to take the chance with Funny Kid. I'll do a nice each way wager on him also. Maybe we'll parlay everything from the race before with Study of Man to this one. But to recap my selection for the 7th from Longchamp's Group 2 Prix VICOMTESSE VIGIER, going to go with the 8-horse Funny Kid. I'm going to go 8-4 in the forecast exacta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.